The designers of the Jaguar XE were given one of the toughest briefs in the motoring industry. Not only were they asked to come up with Jaguar's first small saloon since the X-Type, but it had to tempt buyers away from established rivals like the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes C-Class and Audi A4. Their response was this attractive, svelte saloon with pin-sharp handling with the choice of rear or four-wheel drive. But has it been able to compete with such stiff competition? Let's take a look at its best and worst bits. First, let's look at where the XE triumphs. Comfort. Not only does the XE corner as well as any of its main German rivals, but it's also surprisingly comfortable. Jaguar has the advantage of developing and testing its cars on UK roads, so the Jag suspension is ideally tuned for our rough surfaces. Long journeys feel effortless, and the XE takes bumps and potholes in its stride. It's even more impressive when you pick up the pace, where you're rewarded with engaging steering and impressive body control. The Jaguar's 8-speed automatic gearbox is also smooth and quick shifting. Low running costs. Jaguar might be associated with large and potent petrol engines, but the XE's target audience is company car drivers where low CO2 figures are important. The 2-litre diesel and petrol engines make the XE remarkably cheap to run. Diesel models can return more than 50 mpg with CO2 emissions of just 130 grams per kilometre. Attractive interior. Updates in 2019 saw significant improvements to the XE's interior, with handsome new materials and handy extras added like wireless smartphone charging. The latest Touch Pro Duo infotainment system is far more impressive than the old system, with sharper graphics and snappy responses. There's also a useful smartphone app so you can check on the car and send routes to its sat-nav remotely. So those are the aspects of the XE we like the most. Let's move on to its weak points. Limited engine range. While some executive rivals offer an almost bewildering array of engines, the Jaguar makes do with just a single diesel and petrol engine, although both come in a variety of power outputs. This means buyers miss out on a chance of larger 6-cylinder engines and, more crucially, the option of a plug-in hybrid. The supercharged V8 Project 8 version is worth mentioning, but at over £100,000, it's a niche choice, built in limited numbers. Tight rear passenger space. The XE might be in the compact executive class, but rivals continue to grow in size, and even the 3 Series now offers enough knee room for rear seat passengers to sit in comfort. The XE lags behind in this respect. It lacks rear headroom, while the large hump for the transmission tunnel robs legroom for the middle seat passenger. No estate version. While the 3 Series C-Class and A4 all come in a handsome and practical estate body style, there's no such luck for XE buyers. And considering the XE has now been on sale for several years, it's safe to say Jaguar isn't going to add a sport brake version anytime soon. It's a particular shame because the XE Saloon's 410-litre boot isn't that big. So that wraps up the Jaguar XE's best and worst bits. It's a well-designed, comfortable executive express that's also affordable enough for company car drivers. Click the link to subscribe to more car buyer videos.